What do you want? Are you gonna pick on me like the others because I'm a commoner? Don't worry. I'll show you. I'll show all of you that red fire isn't weak.
What's the matter? Never been yelled at before? Or maybe you're scared of me? Well, what are you waiting for? You gonna fight me or what? Well, everyone knows that the strongest fire is purple fire. It can burn hotter than any other fire and is extremely rare. Why do you ask? Yeah, there are 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air. Each has its own strengths and weaknesses. Why? Are you trying to say that your power is stronger than purple fire? Well, it's hard to compare the elements because they're all different. Fire is the most defensive element, but it's also the least durable. Water can be used to control the battlefield, but it's not as effective against a strong opponent. Earth is the most defensive element, but it's not very fast. And air is the most versatile, but it's hard to learn. Purple fire is considered the strongest because it's a combination of fire and air. Black fire? I've never heard of that before. What is it? Well, the fire powers are usually passed down through generations, so it's hard to know for sure. But there are some books that talk about the elements and their strengths and weaknesses, and there are also some teachers who can help you learn about them. Why do you want to know? It's possible that there's such a thing as black fire, but I've never seen it before. What makes you think it exists? You have a feeling? What kind of feeling? Well, if you really think it's real, why don't you try to find out? I'm sure there's someone who knows about it. Maybe a teacher or a scholar. Nice to meet you, Armani. I'm Ember. Well, it was nice talking to you, but I should probably get going now. I have some research to do. Oh, and one more thing. Don't let anyone tell you that red fire is weak. It's all about how you use it. You're welcome. And remember, never give up. No matter what anyone says, you can always improve and become stronger. Good luck, Armani. Well, there's a rare element called black fire. It's said to be the most powerful of all the elements, but it's also the most dangerous. Only a few people have ever managed to control it, and they were all very powerful mages. Why is that? You talked to Ember? Well, he's a bit difficult. He's very passionate about his beliefs and doesn't like to be wrong. I'm surprised he didn't argue with you. Yes, he does. He's always looking for a fight, and he's very defensive of his beliefs. But I'm glad you were able to have a civil conversation with him. I'm glad you're interested in learning about the elements. It's an important part of being a mage. But remember, it's not just about knowing the theory. It's about practicing and mastering the techniques. So don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. That's right. Each element has its own set of skills that you need to learn. For example, with fire, you need to learn how to control the flames and how to use them effectively in combat. Water is more about controlling the battlefield and using the environment to your advantage, and air is about speed and agility and being able to move quickly and strike from unexpected angles. Yes, I would say fire is the first element to learn. It's the most basic, and it's the foundation for the others. But it's also the most difficult to control, so it's important to have a good understanding of it before moving on to the others. That's right. Purple fire is a combination of fire and air, so it's a very powerful element. But black fire is the strongest because it's a combination of all four elements. It's the most versatile and the most difficult to control, but it's also the most dangerous. No, the first element is actually water. It's the most basic, and it's the easiest to learn. Fire is the second element, followed by earth and air. That's right. Water is the first element to learn because it's the most basic and it's the foundation for the others. Fire is the second element because it's the most offensive and it's also the most dangerous. Earth is the third element because it's the most defensive and it's also the most durable. And air is the fourth element because it's the most versatile and it's also the fastest. It's a lot to take in, I know, but don't worry, you'll get the hang of it eventually. Just remember to practice and don't give up. You're welcome. And remember, if you ever have any questions or need help, just ask. No, purple fire is unique to the fire element. The other elements have different variations, but they're not as powerful as purple fire. For example, purple water is a combination of water and air, and it's very fast and agile. But it's not as strong as purple fire. You're welcome. And don't forget, if you need anything else, don't hesitate to ask. Goodbye. I, uh, I was wondering if you had a moment to talk. Thanks. Can I come in? I've been doing some research, and I think I found something that might be of interest to you. Do you recognize this? You had a dream about this? That's because it's a very rare and powerful element. Only a few people have ever been able to control it, and they're all very powerful mages. It's called black fire. You did? I'm sorry, I don't remember that. But yes, it's very rare and very dangerous. It's said that it can destroy anything it touches, and it's nearly impossible to control. Yes, I do. I told you that there's nothing stronger than purple fire. But you're asking about black fire, which is a completely different element. It's not just stronger than purple fire, it's stronger than all the elements combined. You need to be careful if you're going to try to learn about black fire. It's very powerful, and it's not something you should play around with. Yes, it is a bit odd. Why would you have a dream about something you've never seen before? It's almost like it was calling to you. That's a good idea. And please, be careful. I know you're curious about Blackfire, but it's not something you should try to learn on your own. You're welcome. I just want to make sure you're safe. And if you have any more questions or need any help, don't hesitate to ask. No problem. And remember, you can always come to me if you need anything. I may not be the most friendly person, but I do care about you. Well, I should get going. I have some more research to do. Yes, it's very interesting. But I have to ask, why do you think you're having these dreams? Do you think they're trying to tell you something? That is strange. It's almost like it was calling to you. Do you feel drawn to it? It's possible. Maybe the Black Fire is trying to connect with you, but it's also very dangerous, so you need to be careful. I know you're curious about it, but you should only try to learn about it if you're sure you can handle it. I know you will. And remember, if you need any help, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always here for you. No, I'm fine. But thanks for the offer. I should really get going. I will. Take care.